The following outline is provided as an overview of and topical guide to philosophy. Philosophy, study of general and fundamental problems concerning matters such as existence, knowledge, values, reason, mind, and language. It is distinguished from other ways of addressing fundamental questions by its critical, generally systematic approach and its reliance on rational argument. The word philosophy comes from the Greek philosophia, which literally means love of wisdom. Core areas of philosophy. The core areas of philosophy are aesthetics, study of the nature of beauty, art, and taste, and the creation of personal kinds of truth. Epistemology, study of the nature and scope of knowledge and belief. Ethics, study of the right, the good, and the valuable, includes study of applied ethics. Logic, study of good reasoning, by examining the validity of arguments and documenting their fallacies. Metaphysics, study of the state of being and the nature of reality. Fields of philosophy. The branches of philosophy are divided into the many fields of philosophy. Ethics, study of the right, the good, and the valuable. Applied ethics, philosophical examination, from a moral standpoint, of particular issues in private and public life that are matters of moral judgment. It is thus the attempts to use philosophical methods to identify the morally correct course of action in various fields of human life. Decision ethics, ethical theories and ethical decision processes. Environmental ethics, studies ethical issues concerning the non-human world. It exerts influence on a large range of disciplines including environmental law, environmental sociology, ecotheology, ecological economics, ecology and environmental geography. Professional ethics, ethics to improve professionalism. Computer ethics, deals with how computing professionals should make decisions regarding professional and social conduct. Ethics of artificial intelligence, specific to robots and other artificially intelligent beings. Research ethics, application of fundamental ethical principles to a variety of topics involving research, including scientific research. Bioethics, study of the typically controversial ethical issues emerging from new situations and possibilities brought about by advances in biology and medicine. Medical ethics, ethics to improve our basic health needs. Business ethics, individual-based morals to improve ethics in a business environment. Organizational ethics, ethics among organizations. Social ethics, ethics among nations and as one global unit. Descriptive ethics, study of people's beliefs about morality. Normative ethics, study of ethical theories that prescribe how people ought to act. Metaethics, branch of ethics that seeks to understand the nature of ethical properties, statements, attitudes, and judgments. Metaphysics, traditional branch of philosophy concerned with explaining the fundamental nature of being and the world that encompasses it. Metaphysics attempts to answer two basic questions in the broadest possible terms. What is ultimately there, and what is it like? Ontology, philosophical study of the nature of being, becoming, existence, or reality, as well as the basic categories of being and their relations. Philosophy of mind, studies the nature of the mind, mental events, mental functions, mental properties, consciousness, and their relationship to the physical body, particularly the brain. Philosophy of space and time, branch of philosophy concerned with the issues surrounding the ontology, epistemology, and character of space and time. Philosophy of action, theories about the processes causing willful human bodily movements of a more or less complex kind. This area of thought has attracted the strong interest of philosophers ever since Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics. Logic, propositional logic, predicate logic, modal logic. Other political philosophy, philosophy of language, philosophy of religion, philosophy of science. Meta-philosophy, philosophy of law, philosophy of education, philosophy of history, philosophy of mathematics, History of philosophy. History of philosophy, study of philosophical ideas and concepts through time. Issues specifically related to history of philosophy might include: how can changes in philosophy be accounted for historically? What drives the development of thought in its historical context? To what degree can philosophical texts from prior historical eras be understood even today? Ancient philosophy, Sophism, Epicureanism, Stoicism, Axial Age, Western philosophy, Medieval philosophy, Renaissance philosophy, Modern philosophy, Eastern philosophy, Islamic philosophy, Indian philosophy, Chinese philosophy, Contemporary philosophy, Analytic philosophy, Continental philosophy, Philosophical theories, Major traditions in philosophy, Analytic philosophy, Continental philosophy, Eastern philosophy, Philosophical movements, philosophies by branch, Aesthetics, Aesthetic symbolism, Romanticism, Historicism, Classicism, Modernism, Postmodernism, Psychoanalytic theory, Epistemology, Epistemology, Coherentism, Constructivist epistemology, Contextualism, Embodied cognition, Empiricism, Fallibilism, Foundationalism, Holism, Infinitism, Onnatism, Internalism and Externalism, Naive realism, Naturalized epistemology, Objectivist epistemology, Phenomenalism, Positivism, Reductionism, Reliabilism, Representative realism, Rationalism, Situated cognition, Skepticism, Theory of forms, Transcendental idealism, Uniformitarianism, Ethics, Ethics, Consequentialism, Deontology, Virtue ethics, Moral realism, Moral relativism, Error theory, Non-cognitivism, Ethical egoism, Logic, Logic, Classical logic, Intermediate logic, Intuitionistic logic, Minimal logic, Relevant logic, Affine logic, Linear logic, Ordered logic, Dialetheism, Metaphysics, Metaphysics, Anti-realism, Cartesian dualism, Free will, Materialism, Meaning of life, Idealism, Existentialism, Essentialism, Libertarianism, Determinism, Naturalism, Monism, Platonic idealism, Hindu idealism, Phenomenalism, Nihilism, Realism, Physicalism, MOQ, Relativism, Scientific realism, Solipsism, Subjectivism, Substance theory, Type theory, Political philosophy, Anarchism, Authoritarianism, Conservatism, Liberalism, Libertarianism, Social democracy, Socialism, Philosophy of language, Causal theory of reference, Contrast theory of meaning, Contrastivism, Conventionalism, Creatilism, Deconstruction, Descriptivist theory of names, Direct reference theory, Dramatism, Expressivism, Linguistic determinism, Logical atomism, Logical positivism, Mediated reference theory, Nominalism, Non-cognitivism, Phallogocentrism, Quietism, Relevance theory, Semantic externalism, Semantic holism, Structuralism, Supposition theory, Symbiosism, Theological non-cognitivism, Theory of descriptions, Verification theory, Philosophy of mind, Behaviorism, Biological naturalism, Disjunctivism, Dualism, Eliminative materialism, Emergent materialism, Unactivism, Epiphenomenalism, Functionalism, Identity theory, Idealism, Interactionism, Materialism, Monism, Neutral monism, Panpsychism, Phenomenalism, Phenomenology, Physicalism, Property dualism, Representational theory of mind, Sense datum theory, Solipsism, Substance dualism, Qualia theory, Philosophy of religion, Theories of religion, Ecosmism, Agnosticism, Animism, Anti-religion, Atheism, Dharmism, Deism, Divine command theory, dualism, esotericism, exclusivism, existentialism, Christian agnostic atheist, feminist theology, fideism, fundamentalism, Gnosticism, henotheism, humanism, religious secular Christian, inclusivism, monism, monotheism, mysticism, naturalism, metaphysical, religious, humanistic, New Age, non-dualism, non-theism, pandeism, pantheism, perennialism, polytheism, process theology, spiritualism, shamanism, Taoic, theism, transcendentalism, religious philosophy, Buddhist philosophy, Christian philosophy, Hindu philosophy, Islamic philosophy, Jain philosophy, Jewish philosophy, philosophy of science, confirmation, holism, coherentism, contextualism, conventionalism, deductive nomological model, determinism, empiricism, fallibilism, foundationalism, hypothetico-deductive model, infinitism, instrumentalism, positivism, pragmatism, rationalism, received view of theories, reductionism, semantic view of theories, scientific realism, scientism, scientific anti-realism, skepticism, uniformitarianism, vitalism, philosophical literature, Blackwell Companion to Philosophy, A History of Western Philosophy, by Bertrand Russell, A History of Philosophy, by Frederick Copleston. Reference works: Encyclopedia of Philosophy, one of the major English encyclopedias of philosophy. The second edition, edited by Donald M. Borchert, was published in 10 volumes in 2006 by Thomson Gale. Volumes 1 to 9 contain alphabetically ordered articles. Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy, free online encyclopedia on philosophical topics and philosophers, founded by James Fieser in 1995. The current general editors are James Fieser and Bradley Dowden. The staff also includes numerous area editors as well as volunteers. Routledge Encyclopedia of Philosophy, Encyclopedia of Philosophy edited by Edward Craig, that was first published by Routledge in 1998. Originally published in both 10 volumes of print and as a CD-ROM. In 2002 it was made available online on a subscription basis. The online version is regularly updated with new articles and revisions to existing articles. It has 1,300 contributors providing over 2,000 scholarly articles. Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy combines an online encyclopedia of philosophy with peer-reviewed publication of original papers in philosophy, freely accessible to Internet users. Each entry is written and maintained by an expert in the field, including professors from many academic institutions worldwide. Philosophers. List of philosophers. Timeline of Western philosophers. Timeline of Eastern philosophers.